sales is the most lucrative skill in the world, period. The problem is most sales advice out there today is outdated, cheesy, and can even keep you from getting the deals that can make all the difference in your career. This is the No BS Sales School, a podcast for entrepreneurs and salespeople who want to master the skill of selling without all the BS.
I just got off the phone with a guy, nice guy, known him for a long time. And he called and he said, hey man, I hadn't talked to him in like 10 years. And he said, hey man, I'm thinking about start my own business, wanting to run some things by you. I said, okay, great. What you thinking? And he gave me his ideas and told me what he thought about doing. He'd been laid off from his previous company and kind of interviewed him, but said, I've really got these skills that I want to use. And I'm thinking about starting my own. And I'm just kind of wondering what I need to do to get started. And he talked a little bit and I kind of listened and he told me all these ideas and all these things he could do. And I kind of paused and I said, well, how many of these things have you sold? He said, what? He said, no, I hadn't done anything. I'm just kind of getting the idea out of just kind of what I might be doing. He had some kind of consulting thing, right? And I said, well, how much have you sold? He said, well, none. And I said, so you don't know what the market is for this? He goes, oh, well, everybody needs it. I said, yeah, but how many people are paying for it? And how many people are willing to pay you for it? Because I don't give a shit how great your business idea is. If nobody will pay you to do it, you got nothing. And so our conversation shifted and we went from what is it that I need to do to get started to I changed the question to what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice to have your own business? Because it's not all, I know some of you believe it is, it's not all freaking roses. And I don't mean to be a doomsday at all. I'm not. I would not have it any other way. And it's hard as shit for so many reasons. The good news and the bad news about running a business, maybe like I do, right, is that I can do anything I want. That's the good news and the bad news. I can sell anything I want. But I got to figure out what it is I want to focus on. And then I got to find somebody to buy it from me. And then I got to go deliver it. And at some point, I got to figure out how to scale it. A lot of you, and I hear this all the time, I've got this entrepreneurial spirit I'm ready to let out. Well, that's neat. Spirit don't pay the bills. What pays the bills is selling something and then going to deliver what it is that you sold. And quite frankly, delivering doesn't pay your bills. It's selling something that pays your bills. Can you sell it and collect the money and then go sell it again and then go sell it again and sell it again? Because that's a business, right? I'm so glad you have these skills to do whatever it is that you do. But how can you try and package those things and make them so somebody else says, man, not only do I want that, I want you to help me with that. Otherwise, it's just an idea and you walk through your life thinking you get entrepreneurial spirit, but you've always had a corporate job and you've always gotten a paycheck and you've always had benefits. You've always had, somebody telling you what to do. And maybe you've been a sales guy at a company, you've been selling somebody else's stuff and you say, shit, I could do this better on my own. Oh my God, I can't believe how much money I'm making the company. This is bullshit. I'm going to go do this on my own, which is great. I got no problem with that. I said it myself a dozen times. And then you realize, wow, this is a little bit harder than I thought. There's a little more expenses here than I thought there would be. Or maybe you get like where Walker's gotten sometime, I'm getting out of this now, where maybe you do go on your own. You realize what you've done though is you've created a job for yourself and not a business. When you create a job for yourself, it means you've got a place to go every day for work and you're out there, you're chief cook, waiter and bottle washer. You're doing everything, which is fine. And that's a good job. But as soon as you stop doing that, the money stops coming in. So is your interest in creating a job for yourself? Is your interest in building a company that can exist beyond you? Quite frankly, those are two separate things. They're two separate sets of skill sets. So a couple things I would advise. Number one, if you're wondering if you've got what it takes to be an entrepreneur, go sell. Go sell whatever it is. Go get in front of people who can buy what it is you want to sell. Sell some, deliver it, whatever that is. Cakes or corporate consulting. I don't give a shit. Go do it. Because in theory, reality is a lot like theory. But in reality, theory is completely different, right? You can say how great you would be at this. Go do it, right? I thought I'd be a great golfer because, I don't know, why not? I suck at it. After lessons, I got much worse and I said, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. But in my mind, why would I not be a great golfer? Same is true where you are. If you're wondering if you've got that, quote, entrepreneurial spirit, go sell something and deliver it. When you begin to grow a company, understand what it feels like to have to make payroll every week or every 2 weeks. Are you willing to sacrifice your security? Are you willing to sacrifice hours that you might have spent at home? Are you willing to walk away from some financial security for a period of time? And if your answer to those questions, if you're not freaking excited about it, then don't do it. It's too hard. The number one skill, right, is there is no try. Either you do it or you don't, right? You either go out and you sell some shit and get started because nothing happens until somebody sells something. You've heard about some of these software companies, right, that build this. And I've got friends that have done this. They go build this awesome software. I've got a friend that spent like 5 years building this awesome HR software that solved every problem on the planet, in his mind. And nobody wanted to buy it. He couldn't sell it to anybody. But boy, it was a great product. You're not in business until you get a check. So go out there and get some checks. See if you like it. See if it's what you want to do. And if you can find a way to build a business with that, go for it. It makes the world a better place. Entrepreneurship, it's fun to talk about. It's hard as hell to do. And every day is a new challenge. But for those of you that decide to do it, my guess is you'll never want to turn back. Once you have felt success, whatever that feels like, once you've gotten that in your blood and you're so excited to not have to answer to anybody ever again and to make your own decisions, it's great. But there's a whole lot of shit you got to put up with to get there. I'm Walker McKay with No BS Sales. If you want advice on sales, we've got programs that are starting every month for companies, for individuals. A lot of exciting things coming up. Email me, walker@walkermckay.com, or give me a call, 803-917-2817. Let's have a conversation to see if I'm the kind of person that can help you with what you're trying to achieve.
Thanks for listening to No BS Sales School podcast. If you haven't already, please take 1 minute to write a quick review for the show. It really does make a huge difference. Also, subscribe to the show and please forward this episode to somebody else who needs to hear it. As a bonus for listening, I'm going to give you access to a free mini course, 7 expensive sales mistakes you're making and what you can do about it. Go to www.7salesmistakes.com and get access to the free mini course. That's the number 7salesmistakes.com. Thanks again for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast.